This is Smithy.tv.
3, 2. Hey, I'm Kenny Robinson, and we're breaking down the news. For a while, I've been thinking, owner of a comedy club, he asked a couple of comics that are older, do you have any escape plans? And I don't. I'm going to be a stand-up comic slash actor slash whatever till the day I'm carried out and they cremate my remains and they ask my children, do you want these ashes? And they all go, not really. But I was thinking if I could do something else. I mean, I love the concept of talk radio. I think I'd like to become an advice columnist. You know, like a Dear Abby, Dear Kenny, advice for the heartbroken. What should I do? And I'm looking in the paper here, and we've got Amy Dickinson, Ask Amy, and we also have Savage Love by Dan Savage. So, what I don't know what we call mine, Kenny's Cupid, Cupid Kenny, but here's a perfect example of something I'm looking at here. Here's a letter. I'm in a predicament. I have a good new friend who's having a birthday party. He very much wants me to attend. The problem is that he has informed me that the party will be alcohol and 420 friendly. I don't have any issues with alcohol, and I live in Washington State where recreational America is legal, so that's not the issue. My problem is that I have PTSD caused by an abusive stepfather who was a marijuana addict. The very smell of pot smoke sends me back into flashbacks and gives me the jitters. Should I attend this party and do my best to hold it together? If not, how can I tell my friend why I'm not coming without him feeling I am judging him? Nervous in Washington. Well, nervous in Washington, you know what you need to do? You need to roll up a joint, smoke the son of a bitch, and chill, okay? Your stepfather is not abusive because he was addicted to marijuana. First of all, asshole, nobody gets addicted to marijuana. You may get addicted to being high, but you don't get addicted to marijuana. What reefer madness movie have you just walked out of into the sunshine, man? Nobody gets, and abusive? You know, I've known a lot of people whose fathers would come home drunk and they would start to slap members of the family around when liquored up. But I never heard of anybody being high on pot being abusive. So you know what the problem is? Your stepfather was probably a vicious, angry, hateful prick, okay? And instead of wanting to blame marijuana for his abuse, you need to think maybe he would have cut my mother's throat and chopped off my head had he not been high every day. So you know what? I think you should avoid the party and just say to your friend, you know what, I'm a real stick in the mud, and I'll just ruin the party for everybody else. Either that, or you know what, think about your stepfather. And think about, was he ever abusive or an asshole when he wasn't high? Maybe he was supporting your mother and your siblings and yourself on a job that wasn't paying much. He's asked himself every day, how in the fuck did this become my life? I'm providing for children that aren't even mine. Well, maybe I'll just listen to some of this Carlos Santana and smoke a bowl and try not to think about how my life is shit. You have no problem with alcohol, but you think that the marijuana caused the problems that gives you flashbacks. Or better still, maybe you should take some acid and have some good flashbacks. Okay, so that's the first one there. You need not to go. If you have a problem with marijuana being smoked there, you don't have to worry about the law. It's clear. Obviously, you're the problem. I think your friends that are gonna have that's terrible. You have to warn somebody. You know, I have friends that work for Customs Canada. Okay, so if I was having a party and I would say to my friend that, you know, I'm gonna go, hey man, you know, I'm having a party. I more than want you there, but there's gonna be some weed. Okay, now you can't be busting people. You can't be trying to mark down anybody's passport, be searched next time. And if you're gonna worry about the smell being in your hair and they have to do a test and they find traces of marijuana in your hair roots because you're in the same kitchen where the joint is being passed around, well, then maybe we'll just meet for coffee at Tim Hortons. But, you know, nevertheless, I'm inviting you, just so you know. I mean, that's the coolest thing. And never, how do I let them know I'm not being judgmental? You're not even being judgmental on your friend. It's your mother's choice for a stepfather that you got to hang up on. And don't put that on the weed. That's even worse. I read something else on Facebook this week. There's a man in Wisconsin, and they said that he smoked a joint, and then he went and he performed oral sex on a horse. Now, obviously you're either into bestiality or you're not. Don't blame it on the pot. You know when you the marijuana. And if is there marijuana so good that it could make me want to blow another species? No. Okay, the man had obviously serious problems before that, so don't blame it on the weed. Or maybe there was an honest mistake. He thought the horse's cock was a bong. You know, and what are they smoking in Wisconsin? I thought they were known for cheese, not weed. But then again, they got to be smoking something, because look at the man that they elected as their governor, and he's the same one that's right now one of the front runners to be the Republican nomination for the presidency run in 2 years. So I think there's something being smoked in Wisconsin that may not make you want to blow a horse, but it'll sure make you vote for a horse's ass. I'm Kenny Robinson. That's Breaking Down the News.